smell.
That musty
aircon motel smell. I love
that
it.
cum rag smell.
Something about the smell of a motel that I really like.
You're cheap. You're
talking about like the shitty pub sort of motel.
Yeah, cheap motel.
like sand though.
Yeah, they're not cheap. You know what they're worth?
Like $80 a night.
More than that now.
Really?
Dude, I'm not even joking. You look up lodgings like that, like motor inns and shit, and they're always packed out.
Not like they used to be.
Dude, they're always chockers. I've got like 3 near my house, and they've always got no vacancy signs, like in the middle of the night.
The one next door.
Yeah, the one next door is always getting drug raids and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the funniest one ever was that one up in Shepparton, where the Skyline Nationals were.
Yeah.
I think I've mentioned it ages ago.
I don't think you told me about that.
Are you serious?
No,
Me and a mate went up for the Skyline Nationals. I'd just been away. It was 2008, because I'd been away for 2 weeks for the Sydney job in Randwick, and then when I came back, like literally the next day, like we drove straight up to Shepparton in the R31. Like I was part of the R31 club at that point, so it was like fucking 300 cars just going up to Shepparton.
The convoy.
Yeah.
The Nissan convoy.
we got lodgings at the Shepparton Hotel, like in next to the pub or whatever. We walk up to the door of the room, and there was just big footprint, like kick marks, like on the front, and the lock looked like it had been changed like 100 times.
God.
You know it's a classy joint, man, when the door's been just pummeled in.
But you know that smell, right, when you walk in?
It's just musty. It's just old beds that have been there for about 30
but
years.
It's not unpleasant. It's something I like about it.
You know what? I don't think that it's
weird.
I think what you're latching onto is like a familiarity.
Yeah, when we used to go on holiday.
It's a comfort thing.
I think, you're probably right. Totally. Takes me back to my childhood.
Yeah, because I remember being a kid going on
the family was happy.
going on road trips as a kid, and then going to
budget in.
Yeah, like just random motels. Like my parents may have forecasted that we'd be around this area, so they might have like a couple places shortlisted, and always have that smell.
One of my favourite things about those trips was getting the little breakfast pushed through the door in the morning. And you'd get like a little bit of toast with the butter, like little individual butter sachets.
Dude, that's a continental breakfast.
Yeah, and the little rice bubbles.
Or a little Vegemite.
Dude, a continental breakfast constitutes like literally 2 slices of bread, butter, jam, coffee, instant coffee or tea.
That's your breakfast.
That is a continental breakfast.
But it was always so great. And it always tasted better than normal toast for some reason.
I don't know why. Man. You had no food?
No, it was like the same shit, but it was just different somehow. Like it was.
Actually, you know what? It reminds me. The creator of Foot Drop Flats passed away.
I saw your
Murray
post.
Ball.
Yes.
Did you ever read Foot Drop Flats as a kid? I doubt you would have.
I know you've spoken about it before. I haven't. No.
Yeah. Great strip, man. It was really about rural NZ, like all agricultural sort of shit. Like just a farmer, like just on his property with a dog. Yeah. It's funny, man. It's a staple. It's a staple of Australian, like that, man. Growing, I mentioned those Peanuts comics when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was either Peanuts or Foot Drop Flats.
Yep.
That's what I used to. And Garfield, Peanuts, Foot Drop Flats. Actually, have you seen the thing on Garfield? There was a guy on the net who was removing Garfield from the equation.
Really?
Yeah. So it just made the owner, like John, it made him just look totally nuts. Because he'd have these conversations by himself.
Ah.
Yeah.
Just a loony bin.
Yeah, like imagine Garfield. Like imagine a typical Garfield strip. It's like say 4 panels, yeah?
Yeah.
And it'd typically be John with Garfield, and then Garfield saying something like in his thought bubble, and then John like staring at him, replying with something, and then Garfield replying with something, and then John just staring.
So just minus Garfield.
Minus Garfield, and it's just John like talking to himself.
Just a flip nut.
Yeah.
He was kind of whacking it.
It got a claim. Like the guy that created Garfield actually commented and said it takes it to another element. It's another take.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this guy saw that. That's
I read a few of the strips, but I never could find like.
Dude, it makes him look like a nut. Dude, straight up. There's one here where he says he's on the phone going, "Why can't I get a date?" And then the next thing is, "What am I? Ugly? No. What am I? Impolite? No. What am I? Boring?" And then he turns around. There's no one there, and he goes, "Oh, shut up."
Oh, psycho.
like he's a full sociopath.
That does bring it to another element.
Dude, that's nuts.
That's cool.
Yeah, because the guy is just a lovable loser.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just down on his luck. Like can't get a date. Like he's just. Yeah, it's just a 30-something, nobody. And he just, his only interactions with this cat, and now the cat's gone, so it's just talking to the wall.
Shit, no shit, I'm looking at the whole, it looks fucked.
That's gold.
Do you guys know anything about lucid dreaming?
Lucid dreaming?
I thought of it just before when we were having a smoke.
What do you mean?
So it's when you have a dream, right? It's been happening to me a lot lately since I stopped smoking
Straight
like
edge.
weed and stuff. Since I've been straight edge, it's like, so you're in a dream, right? And then while you're in the dream, you're aware that you're in a dream, and you can kind of control what you're doing in your dream.
Oh, yeah, man. I've been having that a lot.
I've had that.
It's happened to me a few times in the past, and now since I've been straight edge, it's just like happening to me on a nightly basis.
Welcome to sobriety, my friend.
Yeah.
And it's the coolest thing ever. Like,
You can do what you want in your dream.
and I can fly and stuff, man.
Yeah.
And I know I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And I can like wake myself up when I want to and stuff. It's really fucking bizarre.
Yeah.
No, man. The last week or so, I've been having totally whacked out dreams.
Me too.
Where
Big time.
I'm like I said, I haven't really been sleeping, but I've been having these fucked up dreams where I've woken up. It's the same sort of scenario. Like, I had 3 nights in a row, I had the same dream where I knew I was dreaming, but I couldn't control anything. So it wasn't lucid. Like, I couldn't control anything. I was aware I was dreaming, but at the same time, everything was really real. I woke up in one of them. I woke up in my old bedroom in Clayton, in my old room. Mm-hmm. I can't remember what was going on in the actual thing. Like, I could probably tear it apart, but I'm not going to. I can't remember what was going on, but I woke up in my old bedroom, and I'm like, okay, like, obviously this place is familiar, but I know I don't live here, so what the fuck am I doing here? And just, like, I'm like, okay, I must be dreaming. Like, this is clearly a dream, because this isn't right. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck? And then some fucked up shit happened. And then the next night, I woke up, and I was in my parents' old room, in their bed, but it was like my house, as in I was living there. Mm-hmm. And I got into the living room, and my mum was, like, on the couch, just chilling or whatever, with, like, my sister. I'm like, what the fuck? Why am I in the master bedroom? You cunts are on a couch. I must be dreaming.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And I couldn't get out of it.
Yeah.
And then I woke up in my joint as well, but there was something totally different going on in the house as well.
Very strange, because I've been staying at my mum's place in my old room.
Yeah, that would automatically start fucking with you.
Well, that's where I've been having like all these weird lucid dreams. Like, it's so bizarre, man.
Do you have like posters, your old posters and everything up there still?
Nah, that's all been taken down.
Pennywise.
And like, you know, like state flags.
Yeah,
like
yeah, those pennants.
Pennants, trophies.
Yeah. So everything is just a bare room now with a bed, single bed.
Pretty much.
It's like a prison.
You wake Sutik like in the corner.
But those lucid dreams are so strange. Like, I wake up from them and I'm like, heavy breathing, like,
Yeah,
it's so
I've had the
realistic.
panic.
It takes it out of you.
So realistic, so vivid, and just so like it's.
How long are you normally asleep for during that? Before, like, when you wake up, how long have you been asleep?
Just like little brief periods.
Dude, the other night, maybe it was it wasn't last night because I didn't sleep. 2-3 nights ago, before that,
Yeah.
whatever. I think it was maybe Sunday night, or Saturday night, or Sunday night. I woke up. I'd been sleeping for like. I had this full vivid dream, like I'd been awake, like sleeping for ages. Woke up, an hour had passed. It was like 1:30 in the morning. And I was just like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, that's happened to me a few times as well.
Full panic shit. Yeah, they still don't know what determines dreams.
I know, it's like this unknown weird thing.
They know what can alter dreams, as in like what may give you more vivid dreams or blah blah blah, but they do not actually know what causes a dream.
Mm-hmm.
I always have some fucked up dreams, man.
Yeah.
A lot of my dreams, I remember them.
Yeah, I remember them too, like
A lot,
perfectly.
yeah.
Yeah, I
like,
remember it.
like play by play.
Play.
Yeah, I have a lot of dreams. Like, I remember 2 vivid dreams where it'd be like, I think one where, for some reason, I don't know if I was part of a drug cartel
Of course you were.
or something.
Of course you were. And
Living on a farm.
and Metallica was playing in the background.
Like, no shit.
And I was riding a Harley.
Yeah, what I remember is I had the gun and I kicked down the front door and I was just shooting at cunts. But vivid, like it was real.
Actually, that reminds me. I bought that game, Ghost Recon Highlands,
But see, I don't even play that stuff.
the one in Bolivia.
Yeah.
And when I first got it, I played it for a significant amount of time, like just straight through, because I had like Golf Hub from work and I had Johnny Des on as well. Golf Hub wasn't on playing, he hasn't got it yet, but me and Johnny Des were, and we were playing for a couple of hours straight.
You have to play this song. I told you.
What?
Well, you're playing it.
Oh,
With your big hat on, your Panama hat on. Jim just sitting in his lounge room, the song blaring.
buenos dias, hermanos.
Do you still love the game?
Dude,
Because I already said it was shit.
you gonna listen to him?
No, I don't know.
You gonna listen to him?
Because I was like, really?
You gonna listen?
Sounds so cool.
You gonna listen to him?
Yeah, no.
I asked him, who did you play it online with? Oh, no one. I'm like,
Oh, did he say it was shit to you too?
the point is you're meant to play online with your friends. That's what
Yeah.
makes it a fun game.
Yeah.
Otherwise, every game would be exactly the same.
Yeah.
You drive around shooting people.
Yeah.
Don't listen to him.
Yeah.
No, you know what? What I don't like is people forming an opinion on something before they've even fucking tasted it.
Played it properly, yeah.
Yeah. Like, playing a demo of a game isn't enough to warrant
No,
what the fuck it is.
hell no.
But that's like with anything. Like with religion, that's with food, that's with, oh, I'm not going to eat that, that's garbage. How the fuck do you know? Try it. Try the piece of chicken, for fuck's sakes.
Try the piece of halloumi before you bag it out.
No, I'm being honest, man.
Yeah, totally.
Unless it's something like, you know what? I don't think I'd enjoy eating dirt from a bucket.
Bull testes or something gross like that.
But even bull testes, like, you don't know.
Yeah, it could be
It's
nice.
just, if someone served it up to you covered in, caramelized onions and fucking...
How would you know?
Sauce, you wouldn't fucking know.
You try and be like, oh, that's interesting. It's
Yeah,
all right.
what is it? Yeah, what is it? It's actually this. Well, really? Like, you might gag.
And then
after it.
automatically, someone might think, nah, fuck that.
Well, there is something that I wouldn't try, which I saw on a show the other day, was a deep-fried tarantula, still in its whole form, on a stick.
Dude, go to Southeast Asia. They
Don't
eat that
think I
everywhere.
would try that.
It's like a candy bar.
Yeah, that's delicacy in, like,
delicacy, yeah.
in Southeast Asia.
On a
Like
stick,
spiders
yeah.
and crickets and shit.
Yeah, it was like the full tarantula. I just,
Crunchy and shit.
I always said, man, like, if you're hungry, you'll fucking eat anything.
yeah.
Don't talk to me about starving. You know what I mean?
Oh, man. Hey, speaking of the, did you guys want to go to a tattoo festival?
Oh, the show,
Rites of Passage.
the expo, whatever.
Yeah.
When is it?
April 7th to 9th.
Hey, I'm a free bird, I'll come.
Do you
Come
want,
along.
seriously, I love going there because I love buying merch. As in, like, they've got cool, like, t-shirts and stuff as well from, like, different artists and stuff. It's not just tattoos. It's all different types of stuff.
7th
Yeah.
and 9th.
It's
Friday,
on a
Saturday,
weekend.
Sunday.
Yeah. But we can go, like, after work
Yeah,
or...
whatever, man. I'll be finished.
Yeah.
I'll be finished at whatever time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can. Do
I didn't go last year. I was shattered. I went the year before, but I want to go this year, man. So I just threw that out there.
I'm yes man from now on, so I'll come.
The yes man.
Yes man. I'm the
Yeah,
yes man.
because I reckon you'd love it too, man. Like, have you ever been to one of those things? It's crazy, man. Like because everyone's like getting tattoos and stuff, and
I'll
you
get a tattoo there. I want a new tattoo.
You might be able to, depending.
Get the That's Not Right logo.
I'll get, I want to get a That's Not Right tattoo.
Don't get it. That's not right tattoo, you idiot.
I was going to just get like hashtag That's Not Right, like somewhere, like on my wrist or something. With like a little cool picture or something.
Don't get a hashtag.
Like-
I
an
don't have
all-seeing
enough
eye.
words to describe how fucking dumb that would be, man. Get the logo, just put on your bicep. You know what I mean? I changed the logo in 3 weeks.
We don't use that logo anymore. Oh, damn.
Literally.
But the cool thing is, if you can get into a tattooist and get a piece done, you get competition stuff. Like, they put you on stage.
Yeah, it's also done cheaper as well.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah. And you win prize, you win money, you win like all sorts of stuff. You get
So-
free vouchers for tattoos and...
I could be on the stage flexing with a new tat. You're saying,
man.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, get the That's Not Right logo.
Like last time I went there a bit late. Like I didn't make it on the first day, so I just missed out. I was going to get a tat from like one of the competitors and stuff.
I'll get, like-
I knew what I wanted, then it's like, yeah,
I might get like Such Is Life across my abs or something.
I'll slap you,
Oh
man.
my god, man.
I'll slap that little smirk off your face, mate. I'll tell you.
Man, speaking of That's Not Right, you know what, man? I just saw this briefly. I was going to ask one of you guys to look it up as well. I only caught the news end, tail end of the article, the report. The Pope called for Catholics to consult the Bible as often as they consult their phones, like their cell phones.
Good luck with that, Popey. Popey Two Shoes.
I just thought about what that implicated, right? How fucking dangerous is that, man?
So you're going to carry your Bible around your neck
Yeah,
from now on.
and you're going to go to it for all the answers.
While you're driving, you're just like flicking through
And it pissed me off because the last couple of weeks, especially the last week, I've been reading a lot about Homo sapiens, the modern man, Neanderthals. They said that, like, they found all these different species of hominids.
Like in between.
In between Homo sapien and
I've looked a little
Neanderthal
bit,
and such and such, and
yep.
saying they may have been interbreeding.
Yeah.
Then I was looking into why there was a big migration out of Africa to like Southeast Asia and Asia and Europe and such and such. Mm-hmm. I thought about it, like the Bible, like literally the Bible. Imagine people using that as their go-to for every fucking problem.
So I'm gonna behead someone. That's all that shit's...
Stone someone?
Yeah, all that shit's in the Bible.
Seriously. Like, does the Bible have answers to, workplace bullying and harassment?
So he cut me off on the road. Let me go to page 27. Done.
Treat everyone as you'd like to be treated. Oh, well, that solved that problem.
That's one thing that my church used to always say. They used to say, it's like so old, yet it's such a modern tool. It can be used in every instance in the modern
No,
day
it
world.
can't.
That's what I used to think. I'd be like, I'd just sit there and be like, okay, but then in my mind I was like, no, it can't.
The guy stole bread, stone him.
So I'm cool to stone this guy.
I don't know,
right?
I thought that was really fucking dangerous, man.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
Like, and then, hang on, do I have this written down? Oh, yeah. This is what you need to hear about in Tassie.
That's all you need to say.
Tassie, I get it.
At Meander Valley, there's a family that haven't paid council rates for like 10 years or something. Like,
Freeman's.
No, even better. Their claim is that the land belongs to God,
Oh, so they're
and the council is not God, and they're not allowed to worship anyone higher than God, so hence they will not pay rates.
And they've gotten away with it.
They're in court right now trying to decide what they're doing.
May God be my witness.
I'm not even joking. I was half asleep. Dude, I was half asleep reading this, and I'm just like, are these cunts for real?
Yeah, well, that's a really smart way of going about it. And they're probably not religious.
Yeah, not at all.
And they just don't want to pay fucking the $300, whatever it is, to live in Tassie.
Just a ticket out of...
Yeah.
Man, it's so fucking dumb. Like, just the...
Oh my god. I can't worship anyone higher.
The beer poots said the matter was between the council and their holy landlord, the big guy upstairs. Council's worldview is that the law of the land governs life and thus also provides progress, growth and security. This is correspondence from the owners, right, to the council. On the other hand, we believe that our Heavenly Father is sovereign and that He reigns today. Thus we worship Him and Him alone so that His will is established on the earth. You are asking us to bow down to a false god, which is something we cannot do. Dude! But at the same time, on this land, they've got like a honey... like a beekeeping honey business, right, where they make honey. They have a bed and breakfast, and they have a house. So they can profit off the land of the Lord,
That's
but
fine,
they can't
that's
actually pay council rates.
Oh my God.
So God doesn't want them to pay rates to anyone but Him.
Just profit.
But you can keep all the profits you want. At the same time, when you go to church, all they do is ask for money.
Yeah.
How does that work? Is that fucking...
It's pretty dumb.
Okay, let me ask you. If
The
these...
Lord needs new Jordans, man. Alright?
Jordans.
Okay.
If these people were your mates, what would you say to them?
You're a dickhead. Like, seriously, man? Just pay the fucking $400 and shut the fuck up.
Pay the money like everyone else and shut
That's
the
it.
fuck up.
That's it.
Yeah, I'd say, I'm going to pay my money, bitch. You do it too.
Do these people have no friends, like, that literally pull them in line and say, dickhead, like, you're an idiot?
Like, what are you doing?
Because they're wasting taxpayer money now.
Yeah.
That's our taxes covering this court case.
Yeah.
And somewhere along the way,
Absolutely. Someone's
paying
getting
for
shafted.
this.
We're getting shafted.
We're paying for this, man. I just thought that was the most dumb shit. And I saw a tweet, like, tacked onto the article.
Well, I mean, they're obviously not going to get away with it, because then everyone will be able to get away with it, right?
Dude, social
I don't know,
media,
man. It's Tassie.
dude, social media reacted in expected style. Well, I sure hope God collects your garbage on time every week.
That's right. That is right.
Boom.
There you go.
Seriously, man, who collects the garbage? Ratepayers, man.
Yeah, man.
They're not paying the rents. You can't
That's what
get
pisses
your
me
garbage.
off.
They just don't think it through or something.
Think it through, dickhead.
Think it through.
Like, and that's actually something I've been looking up heaps, like the last since we had Wednesday off, so you know, it's just been a holiday for me for the last 3 days. I haven't had work. I was looking up shit like I said, evolution and the big thing, and then I was looking at modern humans, then when earliest clothing, earliest cooking, earliest fire use, earliest stone tools, bipedal movement, all that sort of shit. And then I caught a video on YouTube, man, which was fucking sick. And it was literally 7...
Sick as in cool or disgusting?
Nah, cool. 7 ancient technologies that have yet to be replicated by mankind.
Ooh.
Like to the point where they still haven't figured it out. If you look it up, you'll fucking lose
Bobby
it.
likes.
What is it?
Bobby likes.
7 ancient technologies
We can't.
that man hasn't been able to replicate. All right?
Let's try and guess some.
I'll give you one of them. One of them was a compass, all right, used by Norse Vikings. I'm pretty sure it was Norse Vikings. And it enabled them to fly more or less in a straight line from Finland to Norway, or across this plain, across this big ocean. And they'd bypass like a little island in between and sort of hug the coast and then straight line. But this compass, it used sunlight and you could use it when light wasn't available.
Wow.
There's some sort of crystal that they used which would illuminate and they could
Wow.
see it at night.
Piece of Kryptonian.
Dude, this is crazy stuff.
Yeah. There was Roman concrete. Like, Roman concrete surpasses steel from today.
Oh, what?
Yeah, because think about it. Think about the Colosseum.
Colosseum, yeah.
Still standing after how many thousands of years?
Yep.
You know, like the Parthenon's made of marble, mostly, right? So, and that's always been, Parthenon in Greece has always been considered man's perfect architecture. Because,
Yeah, it's like perfect proportions.
yeah,
whatever,
because
right?
it's literally standing, survived how many wars, siege, dude, my apartment building's falling apart. It's less than 4 years old, built with modern technology.
Isn't it also like perfect proportions or something?
Everything
as well?
was like dimensionally,
Yeah.
sound.
There was no like.
But Roman concrete, to this day, they don't know what went into the batch. They had they're speculating, like they're still doing tests or whatever, but they found out that there was like magma, like lava sort of rocks, and even blood, like up until like stupid mix to make that concrete.
They just nailed the perfect.
Yeah, and it was like all these inventions, man, like all
So
this stuff.
cool, man.
Yeah.
Another one, the ability that the Egyptians had to levitate the rocks on the pyramid.
Oh,
Is that one of them? We can't do that, right?
There was another one. They had this weapon. I can't remember who used it. Was it I think it was the Egyptians. I'm not sure.
Heat ray in this thing.
The heat ray. That's the one.
That's sick,
Who used
man.
that? The Egyptians.
Are you talking about the big light ray thing that was yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I know.
Fuck.
Yeah.
The Greeks had. I got the ancient ones here. Greek had the mysterious chemical weapon, Greek fire.
Oh, Greek fire was fucked.
From 7th to the 12th century, hurled a mysterious substance at their enemies in naval. This liquid shot through tubes, burned in the water, and could only extinguish with vinegar, sand, and urine.
So
That's
like
how potent it was.
napalm almost, but better.
Napalm, but burnt water.
Yeah.
An antidote to all poisons.
It's like a super weapon, man. You could get poisoned by the enemy, and you use this shit to heal
There you go.
yourself.
Heat ray weapon.
Yeah.
Greek mathematician Archimedes.
Archimedes. You know why I know that? Because they did it on Mythbusters. They tried to
Yeah, they
recreate
tried to do it multiple times. They couldn't do
Yeah,
it.
and they're just like, nah, it was fake, so we can't do it. And they were just like reflecting with these big, and I'm just like,
Mirrors.
Actually says, Mythbusters in 2004.
yeah, I remember watching that. I was so fascinated
Described
by
the
it.
weapon as ranks of polished bronze shields reflecting the sun's rays at enemy ships.
Yeah.
And it would burn the shit.
Burn them.
Although Mythbusters failed to reproduce this ancient weapon and declared it a myth, MIT students succeeded in 2005. They combusted a boat in San Francisco harbor using a 2,000-year-old weapon. They tried to replicate as best they could,
And sort of
they sort of got it.
Yeah.
A heat ray weapon unveiled in 2001 by the Defense Advanced Research Project. I'm sure the Greeks had it back then.
Yeah.
Used microwaves to penetrate a victim's skin, heating it up to 130 degrees Fahrenheit, creating the sensation that one is on fire.
Oh,
How fucked up is that, man?
And the Greeks did it back in 212 BC.
BC. BC.
Archimedes,
very,
man.
very cool, man.
Man,
Very
Archimedes,
cool.
man. What a home dog, man.
Yeah, man.
Old Archie.
There's the first modern computer was discovered. Remember, somewhere in Greece on some fucking lost island.
Yeah.
It's just a big little like they still don't know how it works.
Yeah.
Just this
They
little
can't figure it out.
calculator. It's like a calculator, abacus, compass.
I've heard about that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fucked up.
And yeah, the
Did all
Roman,
sorts of shit.
Roman
Yeah.
concrete.
Roman concrete. Okay, there's a whole bunch of them. The Norse, like compass, the Greek fire. Can you imagine napalm on water? Dude, napalm on water fucking 3,000 years ago.
Damascus steel.
Yeah, Damascus steel is still the strongest out of anything.
Know about that because of Assassin's Creed.
Seriously, and they've got a video on it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm gonna leave that. I want to watch that later. That's amazing.
I was doing heaps of that sort of shit. I was looking up that stuff.
It's almost like they were more advanced.
What's this here? 7 ancient technologies ahead of their time. Or it wasn't ahead of their time. We just can't figure it out because
We don't know how they did it. Like, even like the pyramids in Egypt, man. Just the manpower to build that shit. How the fuck do you get blocks? Like, you look at it, you go to Egypt now, and just see the Gaza pyramids or whatever, and it's just like, this is so awe-inspiring.
And if they were to do it today, right, to build those pyramids, imagine the amount of technology that would go into it, like all the computers and everything, all the mathematics in computers.
100,000 engineers.
Dude, like machinery, the
civil
computers.
engineers and, physicists and scientists just to figure out how we're going to do this.
Yeah.
These dudes, like, not a single...
The amount of machinery just that they'd use to do it, like, this was just manpower.
Think about this. If they built a pyramid today, right? How would you picture it going down in your head right now?
Well, there's one in Chelsea Heights that goes above the pub, and it's
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
that one.
Yeah, well, I'd picture like just a fucking ginormous workforce of like just all
like
those
you
sorts
see the buildings that go up in the CBD, and they've got those massive cranes. Mm-hmm. It takes them a year to build the crane to build the building. Okay, how do you move giant bricks? Like,
I love a conspiracy theorist drew this up. All right.
Is it blocks levitating?
The aliens, no. They reckon aliens obviously helped
Yeah, with magnets and
like,
shit.
and aircraft.
Yeah, I've seen that picture.
Aircraft
Yeah, so
and
cool.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility. I mean, fuck, how did they do
Yeah,
it?
we don't know, but they sum it up to just like some sort of like a little sled device. But
dude,
they
those-
pushed, right? That's
Yeah.
what they sum it
Yeah,
up
but
to.
you know how big those rocks are,
Yeah, and they come from ages away as well, from the actual site that they're on. They come
dude.
from like
And those bricks are the size of this room.
yeah.
One brick.
One brick, the size of this room. You need. I can't even fathom how many people you would need to push that. Like, I don't.
There's a guy with a dead
Lots of
car at the
slaves.
traffic lights. About 80 people jump out. Yeah, mate, we'll push it. And it comes
Out of a Corolla.
straining. You know what kills me about that? Like these Egyptians, pushing these rocks, like in the middle of the desert, getting whipped, by the foreman, the big dude with the shaved head and the arms and the iron. Those
the cuff.
Yeah, those gold cuffs.
Like a snake cuff.
And then you
The snake.
picture the workforce of today, and you see like an 18-year-old,
with hats.
18-year-old pimply kid at KFC sitting behind the counter, can't be fucked replenishing the napkin
On
dispenser.
Facebook.
Yeah, it's just on Facey. Or the dudes,
Oh, how we've evolved.
the dudes in the yellow safety vests, man.
Yeah, the dorks.
Just standing there, not a fucking hope in hell.
Do you reckon the Egyptians, when they were building the pyramids, they had a union?
Moses.
It's too hot out here, huh?
The first union rep, man.
Oh, look,
Moses.
it's got
30 degrees,
It's
we
gone over
can't work.
31.5. So clock off, boys. Pub.
Can you imagine Moses being like an Aussie on like after a month of it? It's like, I had a gutful, mate. He just goes in to talk to the pharaoh.
My workers are tired.
Look, mate, it's a bit hot out there. We just can't be fucked.
Right across his
Get
face.
back out there.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
Yeah, look, Skip. Want to get Want to get the arvo off, mate. The little one's having a birthday.
I take that as a no.
That's it.
Maybe tomorrow.
Hey, Bazza, can we go for an early lunch? Not up to me, mate. You want to send Greg over to the office and see what they say. Greg never comes back.
Looks at the sundial. Greg's been a while.
Gotta keep working.
Looks at the sun. Greg's been gone maybe a couple of hours.
Unionising.
It's to the time.
Unionising Egyptian slaves with an Aussie in the front.
Right, look.
Yeah, mate. Nah, it's not going to happen. That's fucked.
That's really cool to think about, though, man. Like,
Yeah, I'm telling you, I've been in this massive trip, and then I was looking at weapon things that were undeveloped from by major political powers, like all the leftover
electric cars and stuff.
Yeah, all the leftover weapons from Germany that were never fully developed,
yeah.
and all that sort of shit. They were fucked,
All the genius Nazi inventions and stuff.
man. Be that as it may, the Nazis were a war machine, right?
Smart.
But having said that, all the best, dude, after the World War II was over, all the scientists that remained, man, ones that got away with clean sheets, went to the States and became
NASA.
engineers.
Went to NASA and stuff.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
The foundations of some of the biggest intellectual hubs of the world were all ex-Nazi,
Came from the
man.
Axis.
Germany.
Came from Axis.
Yeah, because they were that, machine. Like, they were just intelligent, man. And they-
I summed up to the Wiener Schnitzels and Frankfurt.
Schnitzel face.
Actually, it's pretty funny. Like, I remember when I first landed in Munich, when I was going up to Amsterdam, man. It was the first time I'd been. Going from Cyprus to Greece was the first time I'd been on a plane by myself, making an international trip. You know what I mean? First time ever. Going from Athens to Munich to Amsterdam was the first time I was going to a country where I had no idea what to
you're
expect.
stepping
I've been to
on.
What
Greece
to expect,
before.
yeah.
I spoke the language, but this was purely holy shit, I'm
Yeah,
on the
no.
road. When I got to Munich, because it was the middle of winter, I got off at the airport, and I'm just like, where the fuck are we? I thought we were just going to get rounded up and shot. Not saying anything about Germans, but it just I had that
feel about it.
fear, because I had no idea where I was.
This is a disclaimer from That's Not Right.
Yeah,
You do not
yeah.
associate
Yeah. I'm wearing a big fucking winter parka, my massive A&F coat, weighs 50 kilos.
Looking cute. Yep.
No. Dude,
Looking cute in Germany.
just give one, just let one go.
No.
I'm begging you.
Big fur coat.
Yeah.
And then you just hear.
Have fun, boys.
No, I genuinely pictured you with a big fur coat, and I'm like, you'd look good in that. For real.
Oh my god. I went inside to the airport, like, while I'm waiting for
And
my next
hungry,
flight.
wanted to get a drink.
All I remember, man, my first impression was everything was just dark, black, sleek, like German engineering
Very,
at its best. Clean, just efficient as fuck.
Straight lines, man.
Yeah, and I was just like, damn. Then I remembered what it was like coming back, like, touching down at, like, Melbourne Airport, Tullamarine. Half the guys are like, half the uniforms are falling off. Or,
Oh, yeah, the shirts hanging out.
Untucked.
Yeah, just a total, just the mash up of like heads.
Can't be
You see all those
fucked.
big bright colours and shit. And they're always wearing like an Akubra hat with fucking corks almost. And they've got, you seen the Qantas girls with the big scarves? Contrasted that with Germany, man. It makes, I now know why.
Chalk and cheese.
I think about it now, it's like, that's why we're a fucking caricature to the rest of the world, why no one takes us seriously.
For idiots.
Yeah. And speaking of that, man, that was confirmed in today's TV, fucking news report. Oh my god, man. I've got to stop watching morning TV before I come here. I do it just to brush up on what's
for
going
shits and
on.
gigs.
Just
But
to
you're not getting pissed off.
yeah, just to have something, and I end up fucking getting angry. First of all, I was just switching between Studio 10, Sunrise, and Thing. I'm just like,
Well, there's your problem.
I started on Studio 10. I'm like, this is a joke. Denise Drysdale and dude, they had like I didn't recognize half the hosts. Like 2 or 3 of them were missing because like obviously on holidays or something. The guest was like some old fucking
rehab,
some old dude. Just like literally, like, I don't know
totally.
what he was talking about. I'm like, what the fuck? To the point where the other host looked kind of awkward, like, right. I just switched it off. I'm like,
drunk.
fuck this.
Yeah,
went to Sunrise on with Koshi or whatever.
Mel Doyle.
And I noticed 2 things. A, 2 dickheads in the back window, middle-aged men just waving awkwardly every time the camera would change.
Hello.
You know what I want? I want Koshi to turn around and be like, can you fuck off?
That'd make for good TV.
Man, that would be sick. Just Koshi turn around and go, listen, fuck off. I'm trying to do my show.
These cunts were...
Every time. Hello.
They were pushing some app.
John
that-
316.
I can't remember what the name of the app is, but it works like, if Tinder is there for hookups and LinkedIn is there for professional networking, this one's to meet friends. Like if you've moved to a new city and you want to find people. with
Friend
the same-
zone.
Yeah. I can't remember what it was called. I'm just like, oh yeah, cool.
You've been friend zoned.
Fair enough, whatever, move along. So I switched that off. And then the next one, on the next Sunrise show, whatever one it was, is studies have actually proven Aussie kids are among the worst behaved in the world.
It's because we don't slap them.
Yeah.
That coincides with a program that was on last night about the generation of kids.
Really?
Yeah. How
What'd you watch?
it was on like a current affair. I was sitting there with my mum watching it. It was about the kids, how unruly they are these days and stuff, and just how badly.
Because your hands are tied.
And speaking of kids, I read an article last night.
Because you read a book.
An article was saying poor kids in poor schools do worse. Is that news?
How is that news?
Like, I just wanted to throw that out there. Throw you off guard.
You know what's funny? Talking about that game, because I thought I said Golf Up didn't have it. We're on the headset, so we're all talking like in the PS4, through the PS4 stuff. And me and Johnny Des were playing it, and I said to Golf Up on the thing, like, dude, I go, you got to get on this game. He's like, oh, I got to see what the next pay's like, la la la. I go, fuck that. I go, sell your kids textbooks. He turns around and goes, Aiden, I'm selling your textbooks. And his son turns around and like, what if I've already sold them?
See, right there.
I go, only your son would say that, man. Right back at you. You know what I mean?
Slap.
Yeah. But kids in Australia are the worst, among the worst in the world.
Yeah.
Look, shit.
And there's like giant crime wave with young kids going on like lately, like just like little 14-year-olds like
Why do you
breaking
think that
enters
is?
and shit.
Why do you think that is? And
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was sitting there like thinking about it, and I was like, little
I just
bastards.
realised, I just remembered why I turned off, like, because every TV show was just doing my head in. I just kept switching off till I got to Channel 2 News. And I'm like, oh, thank God, like normal news, right?
Four corners.
Do you know what at 9 o'clock on a Wednesday morning.
Rerun.
Do you know what?
Repeats it.
Do you know what they were going on about? 2 things, and it fucking gave me the shits. Prince William, dad dancing in a club.
Who gives?
There was a video of him, like, just doing this awkward, like,
He's not
dance.
He's not allowed to.
Prince William's like a year or 2 older than us, yeah? Right?
Look, yeah. I think.
He's a year or 2 older, because I'm pretty sure Harry is more or less our age.
Harry, what a pimp, man.
Yeah. Right, but his dad dancing, right? And they're mocking him for it. Yeah, 'cause
Charles or whatever.
He's only got like 3 kids.
William.
Oh, William.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I thought you said
He's got
William's
3
dad.
kids, yeah?
Of him partying with Central Coast model.
No, he's got 2, doesn't he?
Dude, he's in the background of some grainy video in a club that looks empty. And he's just dancing, like he's throwing his arms around and he's just dancing. And they were making out like, Princess Kate was at home with the kids,
Oh, and
and he
he's
was out. He
They
skipped
always do this.
He skipped some
Why?
Commonwealth Games thing to go out. I'm like, what's wrong with you?
Dude, I fucking...
So he went out, one night he went out without his missus, like and he wanted to dance, like big deal.
And little fucking Australians are scrutinising it like they're
He's not
like,
allowed, you know. He's not
And
allowed.
this bird on the show was like, oh, you know, I guarantee you, princesses never get out. They all stay at home, and it's always the men out. No, and it's like, well, I'm sure that, and someone said, well, I'm sure that some of these women would have had their own hens nights and stuff. It's like, no, it's never, la la la. I'm like, hang on, man. One thing I've been reading about is Princess Di. Like, she was out
Wild.
bawling, man.
Wild.
Bawling.
Yeah.
And you're telling me, like, and that's it. They were dedicating it to this, and I'm just like,
You know what? Out of all the royalty, out of all the royals, really going to pick on William?
Yeah.
Probably the best one.
the one
Out of
guy
all
who
the-
hasn't had a single shit streak to his name.
And you
He's got the
think,
clean
alright,
sheet.
he's a alright dude.
William has got the clean sheet because he knew he was going to be set up to be king at some point.
served in the Royal Navy for 7
Like
years.
Harry's had his controversies, yeah, like with that Nazi
Yeah.
uniform and then going out with the models and
What a mad dog.
He lived smashed.
but
it.
William is clean
William was
skin.
the clean skin out of all of them, yeah.
And you're going to give him shit
And
for
I was,
dancing.
I was staring at the TV. I'm like, "Are you for real?" And I switched it, and the next thing was Bieber lashing out at fans.
Oh, if he doesn't want to take a photo.
And some bird. So it was in Melbourne.
Yeah.
And some girl. Can you do me a favour? Can you find out how old that girl was?
She was like 14.
No.
My girlfriend went to the concert. She was telling me all about it. Like, she just wanted a photo with him, and
Dude, seriously, I remember the article. I
don't think she was 14.
No, she's a
man.
bit older.
I think she was older. Do me a
But
favour.
you know what he said to her? You disgust me.
Yeah, because he said to her, "Look, I don't want to pose for a photo." She's, "Well, I don't care. I'm taking it anyway." He's like, "Look at you. Like, you're disgusting. Like, let it go. Let it go, man. Fucking let it go." I've gone out and I've seen a celebrity and I've said what I've thought. And they're like, "Oh, thanks a lot." I said, and I asked them, "Can I take a photo?" If any of them said, "Look, nah,
I'm
I'd
straight.
rather you not," I'd be
Cool.
like, "Yeah, fine." I get pissed off when people try to take photos of me, man.
Yeah.
I don't like being in photos, especially not candid photos.
Yeah.
You know, I hate
20-year-old.
posing.
20.
She's 20. Dude, can you remember what you were doing when you were 20?
not that.
Dude, 20, man.
I was working.
Not 16. I was working and I was at school,
Yeah.
right? But I'm pretty sure at 20 years old, if I would, first of all, I wouldn't be fucking gushing over Bieber or like the equivalent, you know, like name a girl from
Britney.
Britney. I would be screaming my head off
bitch.
at 20. And if I asked them for a photo and they said no, I wouldn't say, "Well, I'm going to take one anyway." Like, fuck, at 20 years old, you know better than that, man. And you want to know why kids are the most fucking...
There you go.
You know?
There's your example.
Your there's your full circle.
If someone says, "Please don't take a photo of me," I don't want a photo.
Yeah.
Just because they're a celebrity, they don't owe you anything.
Yeah. And then they took photos of him. He's on Richard Branson's island up north.
Yeah.
And he's like Bieber's floating around like in his shorts, and paparazzi are like in little boats like circling the island. And they've come out saying, "Oh, Bieber, Justin, do you have anything to say to your fans?" And he's flipped them off. He's like, "Fuck off!" Like,
Just leave me alone.
I'm having a holiday.
fuck off. Yeah, I'm having a holiday. Can you fuck
Could you
off?
imagine you were swimming and this guy in a boat was trying to... I'd be like,
Yeah.
seriously, dude, fuck off.
Like, fuck off. And they're making him out like he's a psycho. It's like, dude, like, the guy's just done 80-day tour. He's exhausted. Leave him alone.
Let him swim in the ocean on
He's
his own.
paying $50K. It was Richard Branson's thing is literally like 50
night.
A night.
Yeah.
He's paying that much money to just get some seclusion and fucking rest.
And they've chased him on their little dinghies.
Yeah.
That's
and-
fucked up.
dude, like, come on, man. Have some fucking pride. You know what gets me as well, mate? You know, we were talking about it before when we were having a smoke. And I said to you, it's important to find something you love doing, because you know what, man? A lot of people don't fucking know the difference between a job and a career. They just assume that if you have a job, that's your career and you should be happy. I'm happy because I have a job, but I'm not happy in my job. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And all my work in the last 10 years outside of the media shit, all my primary bread and butter working 9 to 5 has been all in logistics and events. You know what I mean? And that doesn't make me happy. Being able to pay for food, that makes me happy. That's why I work these jobs. Yeah?
Yep.
But it shits me when people are like, they assume, they don't understand what a career is and what a job is. In a job, chances are you work to a time clock, you punch in, punch out, wear a fucking high-vis vest or a name tag, like a name tag.
Or some shitty other
You wear a
uniform.
fucking name tag or a t-shirt with some advertising on it.
Yep.
You get told when you can go take a piss. You get told when you can go take a smoke. You get told when you're going to go for lunch.
Yep.
Like, literally.
Yep.
A career, you usually have a desk. You have your fucking desk. And you have an email account with a company name attached to it. Like, does that make sense? whether it's your own company or someone else's company, that's usually what a career is.
Yeah.
You know? And people don't differentiate.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just assume that, well, that's what you want to do. It's like, no, that's not what I want to do. But I tell that to people all the time. Would you be happy doing the job you're doing? As in, would you be happy making the money you're making, but, cleaning up after people or fucking working in a warehouse, unpacking boxes? You'd go nuts.
Yeah.
And people don't get that, man. A big chunk of the workforce does that.
Yeah, the giant chunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's when it came down, like, with the whole fucking celebrity thing, man, like with the Bieber thing and all that sort of crap. Like, you know what? If you're going to become a musician or an artist or whatever, and you're going to take on that fame angle, like, fair enough, that's going to be expected. Like, it's part of the package. But if you can limit it in some way, dude, if I had fuckwits, like, imagine
He was happy to take photos for the longest time. He did it for so long.
Yeah, and
then he
burnt out.
publicly came out and said, "Look, I'm not going to do it anymore because I'm over it.
I'm burnt.
I can't keep up doing this."
Yeah, I'm fucking burnt. Dude, how many other celebrities are there? Like, Brock Lesnar is a massive recluse. Like, he just lives on his ranch.
Yep.
Doesn't do anything outside of media anymore. Mm-hmm. No one's telling Brock Lesnar to fucking suck it up and come and do more interviews and take photos and shit. Because no one's going to fuck with Brock Lesnar. But for some reason, because Bieber's like, 25, 24, however old he is.
I love how they say on the radio, "Oh, he's being a brat again." Like, he's telling fans he's disgusted. He's being a brat. He doesn't look like he wants to be there. Right? It's like, put yourself in his shoes, fuckwit. Like,
Yeah. And I was going to say, like, about the whole career versus job thing, yeah? Can you imagine these paparazzi dudes, right? These photographers, these tabloid photographers, man. I'm not talking about
those scumbags.
I'm not talking about photographers, man, that turn into a craft and then go take photos for, like, Time Magazine out in the jungle.
No, you're talking about vermin.
Or journalist photographers, that follow, like, a dude around with a camera and go into, like, the savannah fucking, or whatever, or, go to Bosnia and start taking photos of vets.
Talking about dirty leeches that follow people around. That's their fucking...
This dude gets up in the morning thinking, how am I going to make the most money out by, like, crawling through, Britney Spears' garbage fucking cans,
Yeah, no shit.
Oh, we found a Connie wrapper from dated 2016. That could be why she's pregnant. Like, what are you talking?
So disgusting.
But there are people that get up in the morning and that's their whole
job.
fucking job.
Yeah.
And not even their job, that's their career.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
I'm a photographer. What do? I take tabloid photos. Get out of my house, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've thought about that too, man. Your job is just to hound people and make people miserable for your own
job
benefit.
is to harass
people
until they fucking
flip out.
Yeah. Like, can you imagine, man? Like,
and if they flip out, that's good for business. You've done really well.
Yeah, because
you've succeeded.
That's the whole reaction.
You're going to get bonus.
You've caught Ben Affleck sitting at dinner with some random bird that he's just met, You've caught him at dinner. You haven't let him enjoy his fucking meal because you've got a microphone in his face or just popping up in the bushes with a flash going off.
Yeah.
Yeah? He's had enough. He's got enough. He's told you to get fucked. You've blocked him from getting into his car. He's pushed you out of the way. You've caught that on camera.
Now you're going to make...
And then the outburst on TMZ is Ben Affleck outburst.
Yeah.
What's next?
Yeah.
It's going downhill.
Yeah.
That's your job. That is your career.
And they'll bring back his Jennifer Garner. The stress is getting to him.
Just attach this whole...
He was once married to Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Oh, and that was the other thing. That
I couldn't do that, man.
Dude, this is what made me turn off the TV.
I can't be fucking out of bed
the final straw. Beyonce. Yeah, they're speculating over the gender of her unborn twins, right? Social media was in uproar overnight as Beyonce drops another clue. Yeah, just drops another clue on the gender. Do you know what they perceived? She was wearing a set of earrings, right, on some set or like either a photo shoot or I can't remember what she was doing or an award, whatever. She was wearing a pair of earrings that she wore in a music video where the song is about having twin boys or something, or the song is "If You Were My Boy" or something.
Oh,
so they tied the two in.
Yeah, we've got it, dude.
That's what people pay attention to, man.
Not that maybe she liked the earrings.
People love that shit. I don't know why. It's mind bending, isn't it? It's bizarre.
It gets me in a fucking angry mood every morning. I've got to stop doing it. I've got to stop looking at this shit minutes before I'm meant to leave the house to come here.
Seriously, it's like a routine.
I turn on just to get some news, just so I can bring something to the table.
You get bombarded with this rubbish.
It reduces me to fucking tears, man, every fucking time. Speaking of which, do you know who Denise Scott is?
Denise Scott.
Sounds familiar.
Denise Scott. She's an Australian quote-unquote comedian, right?
Yes.
and she's friends with that Judith.
I'll look her up.
Fucking what's her
Yeah,
name?
she's not funny, man.
Dude, they were interviewing her on one of these shows, right? I can't remember which one, but they were interviewing her
Judith
on one.
Lucy.
Yeah, Judith Lucy's the other comedian. She's really like just sarcastic and.
I just want to look her up
Blunt.
so I can put a face to the name. Oh, her.
Yeah, dude, she was on one of these shows this morning, right? She wasn't funny.
Not at
You know
all.
when someone comes across, like, look, okay, the wedding that I was at on the weekend, yeah? The fucking African wedding that I was on on the weekend?
I actually saw a couple of photos of you looking like a model, straight up model.
Oh, the bags under the eyes, pale skin, beard.
Nah, dude, you had like that African like attire.
You know
on.
what? You know what? And I saw that photo. You know all I could hear in my head?
Yeah, totally. Dude, you look good. You
Yeah, that's what I said to him. Like, that shirt was sick.
Yeah, the shirt's actually pretty bossy.
look
man.
like you're on the
Boss, man.
runway at fucking...
I was gonna
Yeah, but that
say,
shit was boss, man.
I was gonna say, man, like, 'cause we spent like all day, you know, in that thing, 'cause we were on the bridal party, right? So from like 10 in the morning till midnight.
Big day.
Whenever it was a massive day.
Big day.
And we saw a lot of different elements, right? But we're just talking about how everyone was switched on, like, everyone was up, you know, everyone was pretty, you know, happy and everyone like was approaching us and being friendly and all that sort of shit, right? Despite the fact that we were like three white guys, you know, in the sea. Man, we're just talking about, the bride's father, because they're all really eloquently spoken. In fact, they even use the word eloquent in a speech. I'm like, they're so fucking well presented, well mannered, like educated, like, you know what I mean? Everything was just so smooth. And we'll talk about the bride's father, and we're like, man, he is one charismatic motherfucker. Like, the second he picked up the mic to talk at the start,
attention.
yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, just commanded respect, man, and commanded attention from everyone.
And silence from everyone.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's just a dude, just a man who's giving away his daughter that day. You know what I mean? And a lot of them, like the preacher for the day, like the minister, the MC, they just had this natural just swagger where, you know, they could just crack a joke and people would just laugh, not because they had to laugh, but because it was actually, you know, they felt warm and approachable. Denise fucking Scott, man. Written up as some Aussie comedian
Who lives in Thornbury, by the
Thornbury,
way.
yeah. They were showing exits from her show, right, where she's doing her material. Then they were showing exits, like, and then they showed her doing her interview, then exits of her, like, on the street or whatever. So they were cutting between footage of her show, her during the interview, and then
Giving a good scope.
the show wasn't funny. Like, the crap that they were giving away wasn't funny. Okay, and I understand they don't use the best material because it leaves nothing for the show, but at the same time, like, okay, that's really funny.
Step up your game.
And then the interview itself, man, it felt, you know what it felt like? It felt like I was at a barbecue, right? Like Nick and I have known each other for like 20 years, right? Like, we're like family. If I went to a barbecue, like, if you said, oh, come around, you know, my uncle's having a barbie, I'd know, you know, a dozen people there, you know, his sisters, his uncle,
Couple of randoms,
a couple of random rellos, you know, whatever. You just stand around, you make your small talk, you drink, you know, you don't go heavy into politics, but you just chat, whatever. It felt like someone invited the random neighbour, or random neighbour dropped in for a drink, saw lights on, you know, I'm going to come in.
Unannounced.
Yeah. Or the random aunt. And they're just trying to be funny, but they fucking weren't. They're just making it awkward. Like, what do you want, man? Like, just get a fucking snag and leave me alone.
Get a sausage and fuck off.
Yeah, I did my introduction. Now, like, just leave me alone. That's what it felt like when I was watching this woman on the interview. She had no natural charisma. She had no natural responses.
Forced.
Everything that the host was saying, it's like she redirected to like some joke that she had written, but then didn't include in her act. But thought she could use it on some live chat. Where the fuck are they finding these people, man?
Australia, man.
Yeah, are we scraping the bottom of the fucking barrel for celebrities, man?
Dude, when they make Hamish and Andy the #1 radio show in Australia, that's pretty bad, man. Okay? I'm sorry, that's pretty bad.
God.
Is it just me?
No.
Nah, it's not just you.
Are we making a mockery of
I can't watch that shit either, man, because, like... Ew.
I was just like, you're fucking 60 plus.
Like, retire and
Go
leave.
away. I'm not saying that anyone over 60 is useless, but what I'm saying is you're trying to be funny
but you're not.
and charismatic.
Other 60-years-olds aren't trying to be forced this fucking awkward weirdness.
Like, you're not-
Well, let's use a cricket analogy here. Ricky Ponting knew when his time was up. And he was like 38.
I like it.
He knew. And he goes, you know what? Let's pass it down now to the
bow
younger
out
generation.
gracefully.
That's right.
Pass the
This
torch.
one is hanging on to any vine leaf, anything she
Yeah.
can grab onto.
Fucking shoelaces, man.
Yeah. Like, when it's time to just let go, just let it go. Let it go.
I don't.
Let it go.
I couldn't do it, man. I got started getting really riled up, man.
He started throwing snaps in the air in his apartment.
And you're a white man as well, like.
Polishing his gun.
Yeah, just
Because
time is nigh.
dude. I tell people have been asking me more about this podcast and stuff, and I tell them about it. And you know, when I started listening to all the other examples, like the ones that I showed you, and then like all the other ones, I'm like, why is everyone so formal? Like it's a radio show snapped up by like who are the big corporations that own all the Ozstar and Ozstereo.
Stereo, sorry.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like everyone's in a production house and everything's all important. We take the piss out of ourselves.
Yeah, man.
And this is like, I love what that guy had said, like it just feels like a chat down at the pub, because it is.
Yeah.
I never started this podcast thinking, oh, we're going to be stars. Like we're on the internet now.
Dude, like I said last time, we're lucky we're wearing shorts or pants. You're like, I'm not walking around my jocks.
Exactly.
It's very casual.
But there's nothing formal about it, like, oh, the hosts for today are blah, 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 and sitting to my left. How are you today? Today we're going to discuss. Get fucked.
Yeah, you don't want. Yeah.
And then the news comes in. The time is 1 p.m.
You know, get a sports report. What's going on in Wimbledon right now, mate? No, like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's never been like that.
No.
Yeah.
And I still think it's a fucking joke. Like, I die when I see the numbers that people are actually listening to. Whether it's 50 people or 20 people or 3 people. I asked this guy before, does your mother-in-law still listen to us? He's like, yeah. Like, really?
Yeah, it's like a religious thing.
Really?
They listen to it.
Yeah.
Really? Why?
Because they want to know what we have to say the week after she listened to that one. It's like, I wonder what they're going to say next week.
Then I think about it. You've got this fucking Denise Scott on morning TV talking for like 20 minutes. I got no idea what she's talking about. Like,
Maybe it's refreshing for people to hear. Like,
yeah, maybe surely we're a bit as like I remember a cousin of mine.
honest opinions.
I remember a cousin of mine said to me when I first sent when I used to spam the potty, like at the start, direct to people's numbers. I remember one of bad. I harassed.
I did that too, though.
I harassed.
I sent people like my old boss, man, and it's like, who's this?
I harassed everyone, man. Yeah. But I remember sending it to her, and she said, who would have thought listening to three dickheads listening to 3 dickheads talk shit would be entertaining? I'm like, isn't that what everyone does on fucking TV or radio anyway?
Yeah.
Talk shit, except we don't have like a
censor. We don't have a censor.
Agenda.
Yeah,
There's no censor. Exactly.
Yeah, man.
But we say it as it is because this is what we feel, and we talk shit.
Like,
but it's literally like down the. It's literally like down the.
James is going insane.
That-
I feel you, brother.
dude, that married at first sight thing has been going on for fucking days. Every time I try to get the news, the first thing I say, like in the morning, man, when I start work, I get to work, or I get up and start my breakfast, right? Or get to work and have the first coffee. I'll get my phone out and I'll look at news and see what the opening headline. And I swear to Christ, the last month has literally been in this order. The first headline would be about something on Married at First Sight. The second one would be something about Trump. Standard, guaranteed.
Like, what did Trump have for breakfast
And
this
then
morning?
something about Pauline Hanson, and then something about Beyonce.
Yeah, just regurgitated.
That's
overnight.
literally
the loop.
the go-tos every fucking day. I'm not even joking, man.
Dude, you know why you're right? Because when I do read the news and stuff, I even know that couple, right, that's been on the news for the last 2 weeks for the Married at First Sight. Fucking Andrew and Cheryl. I even know their fucking names because it's plastered in front of, it's in your face, man.
Every day.
And the headline's always the same. The dude said something completely like chauvinistic and like arrogant.
And she
cracked the shits and didn't like
he didn't
it.
back her up for something. Like, what?
And like, but we're talking about being a couple. We're talking about, no one's a fucking couple. It's a show.
Yeah.
It's an experiment.
And it goes on and on, dude. When's it going to end?
And then the other guy goes, "Oh, my missus is frigid. She won't do anything."
Well, maybe it was the same guy. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it was probably him.
I don't know. Because this guy's thinking, I get on a show, they hand me a woman who I'm technically meant to be married with. I probably should cop a root somewhere.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like, that's the experiment, man.
Yeah.
It's like putting animals in captivity and seeing if they're going to fucking breed.
Yeah.
Not all animals, what's it called? Procreate in captivity.
They go fuck.
Yeah, they go fuck.
They go fuck. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. Seriously. Do you want that? Dude, that's Family Guy, man.
Yeah.
The stork rolls up with the red
baby.
light. I thought you were going to bring me the baby. Honey, you and I are going to make the baby. Music starts.
And
I'm not even joking.
Wait, I gotta find it.
Dude, I'm not even joking.
Oh shit!
It's too much.
I know, dude. I don't know why.
And then, man, have you seen all the other news, man? Like Brexit is going to shit. Like they're losing their minds over there. Like, oh, did you see what's happening with the EU?
No.
I don't know if it was the EU, I think it was EU in general, has made it illegal now to get the sack on the basis of wearing any attire that your employer does not allow. So, like, if you get the sack for wearing a hijab or something, then tough shit. You can't sue them for that.
Oh, wow.
Like, you know how France banned all religious garb, yeah?
Yeah.
And there was the uproar or whatever.
Yeah.
Now I think the EU has made it a law. If you look it up, it was just this morning, it was breaking news. This is the one bit of breaking news I got as I was leaving the house. Yeah, they've banned all like inappropriate attire deemed by your employer.
So you wear what your employer says.
That's it. And if it means
going against your religious,
yeah,
whatever,
no kippahs, no yarmulkes, no hijabs, no nothing. And they said the same with like crucifix. You can't have a big crucifix hanging down your chain, like a wog. You know, if they say, if your employer states that is unacceptable, then that's unacceptable.
Sorry, I've got to play the stock bit.
Oh, yeah.
So Stewie finds his future self, right? It's just gold,
Now
man.
that you've got a swinging pad, it's time to bring Fran back here and, you know.
What? Well, I had no idea. I thought you knew. No, I had no idea. Well, come on, man. You're the adult here. I was counting on you to know the mechanics because, well, let's face it, as a baby, all I've got to go on is beer commercial innuendo and that myth about where babies come from.
Oh my god, the stork!
The red
Where's
lighting?
my baby?
Sweetie, you and me are gonna make the baby.
What a boss!
That's smooth voice.
Yeah, they've made it illegal for that. Yeah. Is that ridiculous?
Nazi Germany too.
Seriously. It's all little shit like this. It's just going up in flames, man.
Dude, the world revolves in a circle. We're all going to go back to the same thing. It's going to go back around. It's all going to be... We're going to... You watch.
It's frustrating.
Yeah.
It's fucking irritating, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, just watching this shit, and then everyone's preoccupied with, the Kardashians or Beyonce or whatever. I know we're rabbiting on. It always comes back to the same crap, but, man, I don't care.
Yeah. I don't either.
I want people to just shut the fuck up.
Yep.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel you, dude.
Sponsored to you by Maximus.
Yeah, bad, man. What the hell?
Nah.
Maximus have some competition on.
Yeah, fishing something.
You can win $1 million or something by
Like, legitimately win $1 million?
apparently.
How?
Look on your bottle. Be a lord or something like
Fishing Lord. Award a Lord. What's the thing? Maximus will be awarded... Maximus Lord will be awarded $1,000 each week for 8 weeks with one Maximus. What?
So is it in your actual bottle? Like,
that. No. You buy a bottle and you have to take a photo of you being a lord.
Snap a pic of your big entry for the Lord, then include your Maximus bottle. Oh, it's got a hashtag, so if you check the hashtag out...
What is it?
Sure. Award a Lord on Facing Insta.
Maybe we could do a 3 lords and win $1 million.
Where'd you get $1 million? It's $1,000 for 8 weeks.
Still going to be poor, man.
That's $1 million.
Not enough. What's that going to get us, man? A week of food. I'll pay my rates. That's about it. Actually, you know what pissed me off? I just remembered it now, man. I was at a hospital a couple of weeks ago.
No hashtags found.
Really?
No one's done
No
nothing.
one's entered?
Award a lord?
Dude, I walked past a fucking, those rooms of serenity, like those religious rooms where you can pray in a hospital?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. There was a sign on the fucking wall, and it said, "This sacred space is open to all because of the Christian belief that God cares equally for all people."
Put it on Instagram.
Actually, I found it.
I might have.
I think I saw it, yeah.
Yeah. What does that tell you? These arrogant cunts in the hospital administration believe,
God
just
doesn't care for all.
subtly saying that anyone that isn't Christian doesn't believe in peace and harmony for everyone. This room is only here because we put it there. Seriously, man. Seriously. So you're telling me, like, all the Muslim-heavy countries that I've been to with their airports and their fucking prayer rooms, you're telling me that they would kick Christians out? Anyone that wants to pray can pray. Is that a joke? Oh, actually, that's something else I was doing. I was
What
reading...
hospital was that?
Fuck, one in Boxy. Epworth, I think. I can't remember.
Oh yeah, there is an Epworth in Box Hill.
I think so.
Yeah, there's one in Richmond as well.
Yeah.
You know what I was reading about? A lot about African, just different nations of Africa, different countries in Africa, not just the continent Africa. Because people don't know the fucking difference. You know, like everyone's African. Oh, really? Egyptians are Africans, but you know, you clearly say Egyptian.
Yeah, you never think of
Algerians,
Egypt in Africa, do you?
Algerians.
Yeah, exactly. Like all the countries, you know. And I was telling Nick about how the wedding I was at, the bride's family were all part of the Kissi community, like that tribe or whatever. And it spreads basically where Liberia is. It borders with Sierra Leone, Guinea, and I can't remember what other country it was. And this community is basically spread throughout all three countries. Okay. Because when the colonialists came in and separated everyone, the way I explained it was, we all three grow up like brothers, like, you know, we're cousins. Then we get colonized, and then I get sent to Sierra Leone. This guy's in Liberia, and you're over in Guinea. You know, but we're still the same.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Cool. Yeah, cool.
Dude, do you know what I was reading about? Sierra Leone is a predominantly Muslim country, though with an influential Christian minority, right? So it is a minority, but it's influential to whatever degree. Sierra Leone is regarded as one of the most religiously tolerant nations in the world. Muslims and Christians collaborate and interact with each other peacefully. Religious violence is extremely rare in the country.
And this is in a war-torn...
Yeah, a country that's in civil war half the time.
But it's nothing to do with religion.
Religious violence is extremely rare in the country. In politics, the overwhelming majority of Sierra Leoneans vote for a candidate without regard to whether the candidate is a Muslim or a Christian.
So they should.
No shit.
Pretty cool.
No shit.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yep.
And you got fuckwits in Dufton saying, get the fuck out of our country, we're full. When, like, what's the affiliation? Because they're either, like, you know, Muslim or... Oh, Pauline Hanson got in that fucking thing. Did you see that?
Did you see the guy when he was talking in Arabic?
No. What guy?
She was at the WA elections. She was there or some shit. And he was holding up a One Nation sign. I don't know if it was a joke or not, but the guy was speaking Arabic.
Oh.
And he was like endorsing her, but he wasn't. He was saying, this is a redheaded bitch. Don't trust her. I'm going to try and find the video. It's nuts.
That's cool.
That's mad.
And people were saying she knew on her face that he wasn't saying what they wanted him to say.
Yeah.
And he was like, you know, saying whatever. Like, don't trust her. They're all fucked. Like, we love Australia more than the Australians.
Yeah.
Don't believe this redheaded devil.
Well, you know what, man? Do you want me to bring up something about this wedding, man, that we noticed, which I've never seen at any wedding ever? Okay, I've never seen this at any other wedding, all right? And in the last 5 years, man, I've been to a lot of fucking weddings, yeah? Dude, right at the start, because they did a traditional ceremony, and then they did, like, a normal ceremony, right? And the traditional one was literally, like, we were part of it. It was the groom going to the bride's house and then requesting to see the bride. Like, you know, there's someone in this, like, and it was really formal, where it was, as in, we got there, you know, and then we sat down at a table, like a meeting, and then the groom's side were like, okay, like, who are you people? And then the bride's side was, not the groom's side, the bride's side was like, who are you people? Why have you come to our house? And then the groom's side were like, okay, look, we're Dim, Nick, and John, and Johnny, we're part of the That's Not Right tribe or whatever, or family. We're coming to your house because we want to discuss something. We've brought with us, you know, something, right? Whatever it is.
A goat, let's just say whatever.
As a means to show our respect, whatever. Then the bride was like, they don't have to recognise him, but then the bride's side were like, okay, we acknowledge the fact that you're here, we acknowledge who you are, and then they put out some drink and this rare fruit. It was meant to symbolise this rare fruit, which is hard to find in Liberia or whatever, like wherever they're from. We're presenting it to you as, okay, we respect the fact that you're here. Now tell me, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, what do you want? Then the groom side said, there's a girl in your family that we want, you know, as a bride. You know, and women are revered, like, intensely, like in African culture, like revered, man, as goddesses. Like, they're the creators, the nurturers. Everything stems from a woman. Like, they're held in high regard, right? Contrary to, like, popular fucking belief, right? And then then the bride side were like, okay, but who are you after? We've got, like, what's her name? We've got 1,000. Why should we listen to you? And then the groom's side literally acknowledges the father, the mother, the grandmother, any uncles and brothers, like, acknowledges everyone with a set of gifts. And it's just like a dowry proceeding, basically. without even asking for a dowry. It's just more of like just a form of respect. And
Yeah, very respectful,
They just keep
formal.
repeating that. They kept
Yeah.
repeating that phrase in the name of God and in respect. We bring forth this, and we want to like the whole thing, man. Whole thing, all the way through to the dancing at the end. Literally, the whole thing was like that. Yeah. But this is what the rookie picked up, and then I picked it up as well. I'm like, fuck, you're right, dude. In the father of the bride's speech, like at the house initially, he thanked. This is a man who's come to this country like 10 years ago, whatever. Grew up in Liberia, right, or whatever. He took time to thank when he was thanking everyone for being there and everything. He thanked the Australian government, local, state, and national, federal, for the opportunity that his family had been given to come to Australia, to live here, to
Make a life.
to keep their traditions, to marry off his daughter, like all that. They thanked the government. Have you ever heard anyone ever thank the government in a wedding speech?
Never.
No.
No shit. I'd like to thank my parents. I'd like to thank myself, my partner,
My dog.
the local footy team. Yeah, I'd like to thank Helen Footy Club. Robbo! Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The guy took the time to acknowledge
Super respectful.
the government, man.
Yeah.
Just for the opportunities that we have here, man.
He's just so respectful, man. Like,
No shit. Okay, a Greek father at a wedding, he will pay out the entire fucking
government. Everyone.
The wedding complex. You know what they do? I remember I was at a wedding like 10, 15 years ago, probably more. I think it was like my godfather's wedding or something, like years ago, man. I would have been like year 7, year 8, like less than that, year 7 maybe, right? And I remember the father-in-law was hammered, and he's like, yeah, the food was alright. It wasn't bad. Yeah, the venue looks okay. Day's been okay. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? This podium is not your personal venting platform. Do you know what I mean? Man. And then, there were a lot of differences in, the way the ceremony ran and the way, a traditional wedding would sort of run. It was very informal, but there was very formal proceedings. But no one was wearing black suit. I didn't see a single black suit.
Yeah, it was all colourful, right?
Colourful, man.
Yeah.
A few Africans I've asked, they're like, man, West Africans, man, just be prepared for colour and dancing and noise and music. And they had a DJ just riffing through the whole set, right? But then, we were talking about the differences, yeah? There wasn't much attention paid to the food. Food was simple, man. Literally rice, potatoes, just basic dishes just thrown at you. And no one spent their time eating. Everyone spent their time talking, conversing, dancing, all that sort of shit. You know what I mean? Everyone was spread out across the joint. Man, there was an act. There were 2 acts, 2 musical acts had come down, emceeing the crowd up. Everyone's losing it like they were at a Snoop Fest. You know what I mean? I'm not even joking,
Just
man.
a heaps different vibe to a normal
Yeah, I
wedding.
was out of it, right? But I was paying attention to everything. It was just like, fuck, man, that's insane. And then the rookie said it. He said, you know what? It's because they've come here. These guys have escaped fucking war, famine.
They've seen it all. Especially the father. The father would have seen everything.
Do you think they give a fuck about the little petty crap that we just
fixate on?
Fixate on?
Yeah.
Absolutely tear apart.
Completely different point of
We're
view.
not happy.
Yeah.
Because, man, everyone is just fucking has this thing of entitlement where they think that they deserve everything and anything.
Whereas thank the government.
Yeah.
They're just so happy to be here.
They're just so
enjoying
happy
life.
to be here, man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They've got a roof over their head and they were able to give their children a better life.
I was stunned, man.
That's cool, man.
The rookie nailed it. It's they haven't got a single inch of entitlement in their bones, man. They're just grateful for whatever they fucking have.
Yep.
And that's the way it should be. That's the way everyone should be. Half of these cunts that we go hang out with and have coffee with, chasing Centrelink claims or fucking.
They feel like they're entitled to it. No, you're not.
No one wants to work for anything, man. They just want to finish school, and the most they'll do is maybe shit out an arts marketing degree. And now they're entitled to a career.
Yeah.
Well, if you had a big cock, you could have gone and done porn. But you don't. So start working for your cash, mate.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway.
I didn't want to be a downer, man, but it was just it's fucking eye-opening, dude.
No, it's cool, man. It's good insight into
It's a different culture.
different culture. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
So, what time is it?
Time is 1:45.
Oh, lovely. Lovely. Johnny's itching. What are you itching for?
What? I was just looking at the time.
Don't lie.
I'm actually hungry.
Yeah.
I haven't
What time
eaten.
is it? I didn't know what time. How long are we going for?
2 hours and 40 minutes.
All right, boys.
Really?
Wow.
2 hours and 40 minutes?
That's
Holy shit.
This is
I
stretch
would've
for the
guessed 2
comeback.
hours.
Yeah, I would have said about 2 hours, but it is 20 to 2. 10 to 2.
Yeah, I just don't want to get stuck in the traffic going back, man, before I do this edit.
Bad luck. You're going to get stuck regardless.
Fucking hell, man.
Are we going to get something to eat or not? Just straight off.
It's up to you, boys. I'm working anyway. I've got to stay back and do stuff. Got to load for a function tomorrow, so.
Function?
Yeah. Someone telling a function tomorrow, like on a Thursday. Like, come on, man.
He just wants one day off.
Just one.
He just wants one day off.
Just.
No, fuck it. No, let's go. Yeah, let's get something to eat, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking hot. Do you want to go to the beach?
Yeah, man. Let's go to the beach. You're a free man, Bobby. You can do whatever the fuck you want, mate.
Done? Yeah, I can do what I want.
Yeah, man. You're straight edge free Bobby.
Yep.
Free range Bobby.
Free range.
Free range Bobby. Because there was cage
Bobby.
Cage Bobby.
It was. No, you're free range Bobby.
Cage Bobby. His muscles were depleted. His skin was pale.
But now he looks like a
walking
healthy.
around in circles, just clucking to himself.
Now he's a healthy specimen.
I just get the image of him in a cage
With his hat.
with a drip, just the water, eating pellets from a bucket,
Shut up, idiot.
And now it's free range
living in
Bobby.
his own filth.
Hey.
Yeah, that's a clean looking singlet, man. It's
Oh, it's clean. What are you talking about?
it's just funny. Fuck you, man. You're playing out on me. Alright, I got one back. Alright, fuck it. Let's call it, man.
All right.
Let's go eat.
Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you next time. No, wait.
Do I have anything to announce? I don't even know if I have anything to announce for everyone. I want to know where Boyton is, man. I want to know who is still tuning in from Boyton.
Can someone write into us?
I'm curious.
Lots of people from Boyton.
You know what's funny? I've got a feeling that it's like a spam bot that sets up
But
and just
from
bounce out
Boyton?
from Boyton. Like the way Instagram was signing into Singapore, everyone's photos were getting tagged Singapore.
Boyton? Like, that's a random.
I'd laugh if it's just some
But
dude rewiring a bot, sending likes to Boyton. Like,
But
they're
that's like Boyton. That's a random place to be resetting a.
I don't know.
Shout out to Boyton.
But yeah, Boyton,
We love you, Boyton.
Boyton, if you're actually listening,
Please
and
write
get
in
through
something.
the drivel. Please,
Let
write
us know
in.
you're real.
Man, I'm feeling a slump, man.
Yeah.
That codeine has killed me, but I've had the V, so I just don't know.
Leverage, you're going for a nap.
Man, I will doze
So
off.
you're on the uppers and the downers.
I will doze off in a minute. I'm telling you, I feel fucked.
All right.
All right, call it.
Took leverage out.
Blah, blah, blah.